need a Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote. Don't be late. Vote. Don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy.
That's something we have to remind ourselves, baby. This is our democracy.
We can't afford mediocrity.
Our freedoms depend on our voice,
If
baby.
we do nothing, our hope floats away.
Everything we worked for, our generations have worked
Get
for,
up
would float away.
off of that thing when it's voting day. And vote in November. Vote. Time to
I'm fading out the wrong switch, baby.
vote.
How y'all doing, baby? It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's time for another Flued Out family meeting. I don't know what's going on. We'll figure out something to talk about. I think there's something in the news here lately that we haven't had a chance to discuss yet. Anyway, Dorothy Tyndall was the first one to jump in. Thank you very much, darling. Followed by Bart Larson. That smart-ass squaw's in the hell. It's Martha. Thank you for being here, baby. Let me see. Nancy Halverson is here. Jeff Curry. Bruce Preston is with us. Deborah Douglas is here. Adina Michael. Linda Gallup. She is still laughing about Tucker. Everybody's still laughing, baby. Everybody's still got a smile on their face. Bernadette Pre, thank you so much for being here. Let me see here. Who else is with us? Gotta get down here. Lady Freedom rocks, and indeed she does, and to all the ships at sea, baby, I'm glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. Pat Hunter, thank you. Deborah Douglas. Carol Lowe is here. Mark Perkins. Mark, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you so much, buddy. Let me see. Get on down here where we are. Miss Linda. Hey, how you doing? Jeanette Miller. Jay Clayton and Stephanie Dean. Whew, the romance on pause for just a little bit. Probably snuggling on the couch. Probably got a rose in his mouth. I don't know what they're doing, but you can believe it has a lot of love involved in it. Anyway, let me get on down here at the Michael Fowl Bister. I see go by. I got to get down here to the end. I won't be able to catch up ever. Let me see. Jess Coggins is here. Anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Jeff Curry said I heard they also canned Piero and Bartriemo. I hope so. Get rid of Judge Wino. That would be icing on. Anyway. It is Tuesday, baby, and yes, we all got a big kick, a big laugh out of Tucker Carlson's demise on Fox Spews over there. Canned. Didn't know it was coming. Did his last show Friday. See y'all on Monday. Nope. Gone. Out of there. And in all the debate that's going on right now is I don't know. It's pure entertainment for me. I'm enjoying every freaking minute of them. I want to see a list of them get fired because Fox is going to try to do something to salvage its ass on the hit they just took from Dominion and the hit they're fixing to take from Smartmatic and others. The list is going to go on, and the damage is going to be great. And I think they're just. Hi, Arnie, how you doing, baby? Being here. Anyway, that's not what was on my mind today. The little story I caught my eye today is the bigger thing and the bigger picture that we have to keep an eye on, and that was the story of Neil Gorsuch in a deal that he made, a real estate deal that he made with a law firm shortly after being confirmed on the bench. I think it was $1.8 million sale of his house to a law firm that had 22 cases in front of the court, and so far has won 8 of those. 8 or 6, I can't remember. Don't quote me, but 6 or 8 cases already. And this coming on the heels of Clarence Thomas and the revelations that we've heard about him. The mere fact that the at least two of the Supreme Court justices that Trump put on the court, I consider illegitimate as shit. The Republicans cheated like shit and got people on there, and it didn't do the court any favor. But we're at a point where the American people all over are losing faith in that system, in the Supreme Court. These are the people that determine, and we've already seen some of the actions this court is willing to take. And now waiting to hear about if one single judge in Texas can just do away with the abortion pill, Milfoprin, for everybody, just on a whim, on his personal beliefs. It's not the way this country should be run. But that's the way it seems to be going. And the only thing to counteract that is us. And it has been from the beginning. It's our voice that determines our future. And with the court in the situation it is, and Halat right in this room will tell you, they consider it an illegitimate court. It is not based on truth and justice for all. Justice for some, and a little deal on the side maybe. And we have to do something about it. So tonight I am urging you to write to the Supreme Court. When injustice becomes law, our voices become resistance to that. Somebody sent me this t-shirt I'm wearing a long time ago. When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. As citizens, is it not our duty to stand up and voice our opinion in this democracy, in the laws of our country? Because right now it's under attack from a radical right, Christian loving, I don't know. But they're out to take away a whole lot of rights that we have fought for over the years. Pardon the thing, I got to get after Travis. He redid that. It should read SCOTUS at the top, and underneath it should say Chief Justice John Roberts, 1 First Street Northeast, Washington, D.C., 20543. It's not on something we should do. It's something that we have to do. To be involved in this democracy means we sacrifice that time to go vote because it's important to this country, important to your neighbors and to yourself, your own families. But we have to instill something back in the court. There should be ethics laws for the court. Right now I can see 2 justices that should be impeached. 1 for damn sure. But this democracy, it only works and only continues to be a democracy when all of us are involved and participate. We can't take the line, we can't take the time, it's not important, my vote doesn't count. Every vote counts. Even when you lose, baby. You have to put in the work. Anyway, let me get my 2 co-hosts up here if I can find my mouse here on this. I got to get that screen over here fixed because this is distracting. Let me see. Bernadette.
Hi.
How you doing, darling?
I'm fine. As you're talking, I'm trying to put the address in the YouTube chat. And I ended up spelling Chief wrong. And so I had to put in a correction. Y'all spell Chief right, okay? Because don't.
Yeah,
spell Chief.
I wrote SCOTUS on there. He didn't think to put that on a different line. I got to chastise him for his improper.
But that's okay. It'll still get there.
It'll still get there. By the next show, we'll have it fixed.
And tell John Roberts that his court is illegitimate.
There is great doubt upon the court right now. And how can we not be with every damn decision they come out with right now? That we don't think that it's tilted one way depending on who bought whose property or whose mom was living in a house. Or anyway, a lot to get to. Mission Chick.
John,
Yes.
or who's accepting gifts?
Or who's
You know,
accepting gifts.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
The values. You know, no, they're wrong.
Yeah.
Because you know, it's not just Gorsuch and it's not just Thomas's ass.
Evidently, it might be the whole freaking
who
court.
paid for Kavanaugh and all his debt that he got in ran for the seat on the court, because effectively he did run for it.
If you are skirting the law one way or the other, how is it that you can sit in judgment on a whole nation if you are conflicted within your own
Called
house?
hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy? Is that what you said, Miss Chick?
Yes.
How are you doing, dear?
Pretty good.
Good.
The world or the universe didn't disappoint today, did it? There's all sorts of things to talk
All
about.
sorts of things to talk about, but let's don't get in a hurry.
Okay.
I want to relish in this Tucker Carlson thing here for just a minute,
Okay.
because I'm just loving it. I am loving it. I think even Trump Jr., that's the headline, even Trump Jr. didn't see the ouster coming. Nobody saw it coming. There you go, baby. Lady Freedom Rocks just came in with a $2 donation and says, with the news on TV, I need a toke and a shot. Spark it up, baby. The smoking lamp is lit. And if you've got a shot, it might be handy to take it. Yeah, I'm just, nobody saw it coming. Rupert Murdoch evidently is the one that made the call to get rid of his ass. But I don't think we have seen half of what we are fixing to learn about this little shit at Fox.
Yeah.
I think we're going to hear more recordings from the producer that is suing Fox.
Oh yes.
You know, we're going to hear some
Oh,
more
yes.
from her. It just, you know, I don't know. I'm just relishing in this. But you know something, in the grand scheme of things, Bill O'Reilly's gone.
Yes.
You know,
And Tucker was not on last night.
yeah, Tucker was not on last night.
Carlson's voice could not be heard.
Nope. He's pouting somewhere, I guess.
What he got to pout about? He's a rich motherfucker. What in the hell did
He's got a
because he
silver
lost his
spoon.
job?
He ain't gonna
He'll get another
worry about
job.
money. He ain't gonna worry about money at all. But you know who he
Okay.
is. It's not about the money.
Yeah.
For him, he thinks he's the leader of white Christian nationalism.
But he didn't own Fox News.
No,
That's
he
the
didn't.
problem.
And the realization is, like I said, Bill O'Reilly and other famous Fox News personalities have gone by the wayside, and Fox is still there. So Tucker
Right.
Carlson's going to go away, and somebody's going to replace him, and Fox will continue on with their bullshit.
That's what
Yes.
happens when you think you're all that and a
When you're
piece
all
of
that.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You find out you're
Yeah.
not.
He'll be fine.
for just for Tucker Carlson getting fired. Yay! Couldn't happen to a better guy. Couldn't happen to a better guy.
I'm still cheesing on that one.
Huh?
Yay. I'm still cheesing on that one.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that he's gone.
I'm glad he's gone.
Nah,
You know, but he's going to go somewhere else. He wants to use his mouth, so but you know
Oh,
he's going to have a
absolutely.
smaller market.
well, I heard, somebody posted, and I had heard the same thing, that he got a job offer immediately from RT.
From who? RT?
RT, Russian TV.
Russian TV.
Oh, right. I did see
Well,
that.
he could go home.
Putin said,
Yeah.
come on
I
over,
think
comrade. We like
he
the
would
way
probably
you
be
lie.
more comfortable over there than he is
He'll
here
get
right
prime
now.
time.
You
He'll
know,
get prime time.
it's the kind of government
yeah.
he wants. That's what he wants. What
Probably
Russia
even
has.
giving him a parade. I don't know.
An oligarch society, I guess. David,
Hello. Hello.
how are you doing, sir?
I understand we're sitting on the Ted Cruz news, so
Oh, whoa, wait, back up.
What?
Fill me in.
I-
John's been busy.
I thought I understood that we were withholding the Ted Cruz news until later.
Oh,
We
you
were
are
just
not-
No, we were
relishing
waiting on you,
can't-
so you
Wait
could
a
announce
second,
it.
Wait a second. You can't come in here and throw out a tease like what the?
Yeah.
What you think this is, like mainstream media? You
Yeah.
can't come and tease
Spill
us?
the beans.
Stay
David.
tuned. We're going to come to the story.
Um,
No, right now.
Ari Melber's running the
What's
show
supposed-
right now, and Ari
Okay.
Melber has reported that Ted Cruz on
Oh.
January 2nd, with a conversation with Maria Bartiromo, was planning the overthrow of the government 4 days before January 6th.
4 days.
Got
Is this on tape or something?
This is tape. He says it. I listened to it. She asked him specifically about it, and he says, "I think that the country deserves to have a credible assessment of these claims and what the evidence shows, and the mechanisms to try to force that is denying certification on the 6th." In other words, he's saying he's going to deny certification on the 6th 4 days in advance because of the fake evidence. So yeah, he was in on it.
That's my senator.
At some level.
What do you expect out of him? He's
Yeah, but
a scumbag.
political speak, what he's saying is this is what should happen. He's not saying he was going
Oh, he said this is what should happen, and maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to slime ball his way out of it.
Oh, yeah, they always do.
You know, and blame it on Semitics.
Until somebody catches him off record.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is there a tape? I want to
know.
hear the tape. I want to hear his slimy little voice. He's
Yeah, there's tape on it.
That's what. Oh, great. I will. I'll have to listen to that.
It just broke a few minutes ago, so they don't have any clip up for the show yet because he's still doing the show right now. But yeah, I caught that and I went,
What?
Excuse me?
Excuse
I knew
me?
it, listen, we all knew that Cruz, as slimy as he is, was also dirty as well.
Oh.
We knew he had his fingers in this. He knew what was going on. He was one of the ones that wasn't he reported as hiding in the closet during January 6th?
Maybe. Wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, this guy, I don't know. I still keep my fingers crossed that he is not nearly as bulletproof as he likes to think he is.
No,
I'm liking to think that the cracks are starting to form large enough cracks.
Well,
fissures.
as soon as those Fox viewers figure out that Tucker ain't coming back.
They'll have
They're
Tucker
gonna be
2.0.
upset.
I
Just
am
like
sure.
when Bill O'Reilly was on. They'll have Tucker 2.0.
Yeah, they got somebody
Yeah,
sitting in the wings.
he's
It's just
gonna land on his
outrageous.
feet, okay? He is gonna land on his feet somewhere.
Oh,
Somebody's gonna put a microphone.
It's
and
just going to be a
it's
little
gonna be
lesser
worse.
platform.
Yeah,
is
I'm
all.
betting he already has a plan. I'm betting
I'm sure he
either
does.
independence. It's either going to be independence, direct message to the people because he has a big enough crowd, or rival network to try to dethrone Fox now.
But you know what
Fox?
happens when
Well-
you go to the other type ways is you lose some of your people because they want to be able to turn on that TV station and just stay there.
They're all not Fox. I mean, they're out there doing
Right.
damage,
No,
but it's a
but
much
that-
smaller
but
reach.
With
Yes,
Newsmax and
anybody else.
OAN.
Well-
And Tucker, if Tucker has a plan to do something like get with his buddy Elon Muskrat and do a Twitter campaign or do video over there or anything else like that, he's gonna have a problem getting his TV viewing audience to switch their rabbit ears to a computer.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to do that shit. Okay.
Yeah, they'll be
Right.
percentage lost. And you know what?
Yeah.
His show
Calling their
can't run.
grandson in.
His show can't run continuously on military bases like they've been doing. I won't have to worry about seeing his ugly mug when I walk into a dentist's office.
No shit.
I'm
Yes,
okay with that.
And you know what? Biden doesn't have to do an executive order for the military not to watch that bullshit. Fox is going down. They have a huge case coming up with the Smartmatics.
Oh, that's a bigger lawsuit.
That case is really
Yeah,
going to
that's a-
pull out a
that's
whole
big.
lot of
Settled.
info.
But they also lost the case in Australia for defamation that they brought, and then they pulled the case. So by default, they're liable for that case also.
Let's
And,
not forget that Murdoch's also had a few other cases out there in other
Absolutely.
realms of their world, which was the royals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Prince William won one
yeah.
of them,
he
and
won
I
his
think
case over
Harry
there.
also had one out there. I don't know if he won
Yep.
his or not.
So,
I'm looking for even states to start filing a lawsuit against Fox for having Fox pay for the accounts that they were forced into because of all the lies that were told by Fox News. I think the state should go after him for the cost of those recounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole 9 yards. It's all
Sure.
based on fake information, a false
Fake
premise.
information that Fox knew knew was fake. That's the
Yes.
important part. Fox knew it was
Yes,
fake when they were
this was
saying
a whole game they were playing. They were hoping it would pay off, that there would be some
Right.
kind of rebellion, and that there would be some reason to not certify the election and not swear in Joe Biden. That's what they were
I
all working
think it
for.
would be justice if every single person that actually went to Washington on January 6th individually sues Fox News
Yeah,
for
for misleading
spewing.
them.
Yeah.
For working them into a frenzy and sending me down there to go protest, and all of a sudden I'm the one to get, they should.
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah.
But they're not. They're not.
Oh, they probably won't.
No, they're gonna
They can't
continue
afford
to
to.
wave their flag and declare themselves patriots while they turn their
If
back
the
on
world,
the very.
if the world rotated right, and just to be the perfect world, Fox would go after Trump's ass, and that would be awesome.
Oh, I just
they
seen
were
a
gearing
comment.
up to do it.
Oh, look here! I just seen a comment go by from Mitch Goldstein. Oh Lord, I got hands up. I'm gonna bring people into the room. Y'all remember to be kind to each other. Don't speak over each other, and allow the other person to keep on talking when they're talking. Mitch Goldstein. What did I just read?
I don't know, man. You know, I never follow those rules,
Wait a
man.
minute. Wait, yeah. Where was it?
What
Manchin.
rules?
Manchin. I saw the interview on Fox. I didn't see it on Fox. I saw a brief clip of it on the other news, but I saw his interview with Fox News. You think he's going to run?
Yeah. Who?
Manchin.
For what?
Well, there's some talk going around he could run for president. As is,
He
there's
couldn't
talk.
run.
Yeah, I don't think so,
luck.
but
Come on.
No.
Let's
He's going to
get
support it.
real.
The DNC won't give him any money.
no. But he's trying. What
Gonna run
was it
as
he
an
was talking
independent?
about? I'm trying to remember the subject matter. Oh, the debate on on the debt ceiling increase. Manchin is preaching that over there on Fox that we need that Biden needs to come to the table and
What the
negotiate
fuck does Biden have to do with the debt ceiling?
nothing, and he doesn't have to do jack shit.
No,
No.
Biden put out his budget. Kevin McCarthy needs to put out his budget.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
That has nothing to.
Nothing to do with the.
He doesn't have
Debt
to
ceiling.
Nothing to do with-
stealing with
Nothing to
him.
do with President Biden.
Do you know what doesn't get negotiated? Bills that are due.
Yes. How do you
Things you
negotiate?
already spent money on. Or
That was
things you already
already
have.
made. Exactly.
Let me know how
And
that
that
works
was
out
done.
because I have a few bill collectors I'd like to call and discuss things with. Hey, yeah,
You don't
Congress
buy
is
the
doing
used
it here.
car and then negotiate the price.
Yeah, yeah. It is a ridiculous argument going on over it because it is paying for what we've already spent.
And McCarthy knows that.
Yes,
McCarthy knows it.
it's a game. It's a charade. It's a dog and pony show. Like everything else the Republican Party is trying to do right now. It's all a dog and pony show. It's
Yeah.
fluff and bullshit.
But one thing we know for certain, they're not doing anything to benefit the citizens of this
No.
country and the residents of this
No.
country.
They're loading the
Yeah, they're
gun
doing-
and blasting it in our face. Literally.
Yeah.
He's
Does-
he's doing that. He stands a good chance of losing West Virginia. It's hard for a Democrat to win there anyway, I would imagine.
Does
Well,
it bother
here's-
anyone that he doesn't know that the president's not involved?
What's that, DJ?
Does it bother anyone that he doesn't know the president is not involved?
He's banking on the fact that nobody knows that they don't know that Joe Biden shouldn't be involved, that they think that Joe Biden should do something. That's what the Republicans have tried to convince the people of. He
They're
just
trying to
won't come
convince
the
their base that
Yes.
it's all the president's fault.
He's
Yeah.
a Republican. He just doesn't know it yet.
Mention? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he as he rides his Maserati to work from his yacht in the harbor.
Manchin ain't about nobody but Manchin. He's about coal. That's
what
it.
it is. You can't expect.
He's about fucking money.
We should be
That's
saying
it.
we're lucky to have him as a Democrat from a red state like that, but I don't know about that. I'm not thinking we're too lucky.
Well, if he was doing his job, he'd be working on things that are alternate to coal for his constituents. But
Yeah,
no.
he's not up for
Well,
that, darling. He's got
I mean,
mountain
of all the
tops to
states-
blow up.
There ain't no
Bring 'em
money
into
in.
the 21st century.
What's that, David?
They
I've already
have to.
heard many.
All right, go ahead, David.
I'm saying they got to they got to be drug. West Virginia needs to come to the 21st century. Joe Manchin's not the person that's going to bring him there.
No.
Dude,
Joe
they
Manchin's got
aren't
it.
even in the
Go
they
ahead,
aren't
Rich.
even in the fucking 20th century.
No.
You want them in
You're
the
right.
They're
21st?
still blowing mountaintops up out there, chasing coal. That's the business
Yeah.
out there, baby.
Yes. And if Manchin wasn't in office in that seat, guarantee it would be some far right wing Republican. Guarantee.
No. Like Manchin.
Just
Yeah,
Coggins
that's
wrote
true.
coal.
No, worse than Manchin.
I don't
Worse
see
than
how you
Manchin.
could be worse than Manchin because
Oh,
he has us
Ted
over a
Cruz.
barrel.
Ted Cruz is an example. Yeah, okay. Now, what we need to do is fund those Republican seats that are running for Congress and for the Senate, which is not something in the 2020 election.
I don't even know if Joe Manchin has any push from a Democratic.
There's
He doesn't.
not another Democrat that can
Yeah.
take his seat in West Virginia. There's just
There's no-
simply not. That's
no
a
one that can
red
compete with him.
state.
Yeah, it's deep red.
Yeah.
It's deep red. Mitch, you were going to say something.
Fuck Trump. I
That's
don't
what
know.
it
What was I
was.
gonna say?
That's exactly what it
My boy
was.
Mitch.
Fuck
When in
Trump.
doubt.
My boy Mitch.
He's out there. He put out a statement today that nobody gets his approval. Of course not. He's running.
Well, I'll tell you. Here's what I would say if I was thinking:
Right.
is that Joe Manchin and that Watt from Kristen Cinema have us
Yeah.
over a barrel because if they flip to either independent or Republican, we
Well, Cinema
lose
already did.
the
Yeah,
Senate.
You lose
Cinnamon
the
already
Senate.
did.
Cinema already
Yeah,
flipped.
Cinnamon already flipped. We already on.
Yeah,
we
she's
already
already
don't
on.
have.
She went independent.
Well, in
Mhm.
2024, there are 23 seats up, from what I've read,
That's
that
correct.
are held by Democrats.
Well,
Yeah, it's a harder. This next 2024 is going to be a harder path to the Senate for the Democrats. Except, we've got some exceptional candidates running in some
Indeed.
key places. Like I was thinking, you brought up Kristen Cinema. Ruben Gallego, who's going to run against her as the Democrat,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And he's popular.
Yeah. He's head and shoulders above
Yeah.
anything we've gotten out of Arizona in a long time.
Yeah.
well,
Uh,
here's the main problem. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. In 2020, there were 4 Democratic Senate seats and 6 contested Republican seats, and we took the Senate.
Yeah.
In 2022, there were 4 Democratic seats and 4 Republican seats, and we barely took the Senate. Now in 2024, there are 0 contested Republican Senate seats. In other words, everyone who happens to be running on the or whatever every 3-year cycle that we rotate
That the
through,
Senate is set
there are
on, yeah.
no vulnerable Republicans. That means everybody that's running in 2024
He's going to get
is
reelected.
solid.
Well,
What do we have on
they're
the
solid right now, but realize it's early too. And we're gonna have to. We have our own house we have to clean up. We have to look at people like Cinema and what's going on in Arizona and fix that. Manchin, maybe we can't fix. Maybe Arizona we can. And I'm looking at these stories coming out about Cruz. I still think Cruz could be vulnerable in 2024. He's
I
not right
don't
now.
bet him out. People in Texas are about fed up. You know, he's known down. Everybody knows him. Cancun Cruz. He's made an ass out of himself so many times. There is nobody in the Senate that likes Ted Cruz. Nobody, Republicans or Democrats.
Nobody
wants
on
to-
fucking earth.
Nobody
His
likes
wife
the
makes
asshole.
a dirty face when she walks in the house.
In his big stand against Donnie, I mean, for a lot of people down here in Texas, I'll tell you what, if I told my wife, if I told them, said I'm standing up for my wife, I'm going to do it till I'm dead. Because if I failed to do that, I might as well be dead. And when Ted Cruz stood up to Trump and you can't talk about Heidi that way, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and then turned around and licked his ass. Are you shitting me? And down, I don't know, and people I know, that's like, that's it. You're a scumbag. You know, you can't stand up for your wife, buddy. What are you going to do? Toss that out? But that's just a minor thing. That's a personal thing with me.
Yeah,
Ted
well, you know
Cruz is-
something? You know my wife, right?
I have not had the pleasure of her company, but
Well, you
yes, I
talked
know
to
your
her.
wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
If somebody talked like that about my wife, they'd be picking up their teeth with broken
There
fingers.
you go. And if they weren't, Mitch, what would happen to you?
I tell you, I would change my fucking name and move somewhere.
Move somewhere. That's it, man.
Yeah.
It's not only what I would do, it's if I didn't do that, which I would anyway. What does that say about me? And she ain't gonna like it, and that's gonna be remembered forever anyway. Mitch Goldstein, who that guy, just came in with $5 and said Ted Cruz is a Texas-sized schmuck.
And thank you for
And-
pronouncing schmuck correctly.
Yes,
by the way.
I'm very familiar with the word schmuck, and Ted Cruz would be a prime example of it. And he is. And last time, Beto O'Rourke ran against him. Beto O'Rourke did damn good against him. He didn't win, but he came close.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think he's out. I think he is.
Don't think he's
vulnerable.
not going to come back.
You know something? What's the problem with this whole thing is we're used to thinking about, well, the Democrats want to do X and the Republicans want to do Y. But those days are over. The Republicans don't want to do anything at all.
No.
They want to disrupt and destroy democracy. And I'm not just saying that because I'm just saying it. Think about it. What's the message when you put Marjorie Taylor Greene
There you go.
in charge of anything? What's the message?
The
How did
message
she
is you don't give a
rise to
shit.
prominence? The message is it's a mockery of the American government.
Hasn't the
Now, you gotta
Republican
remember.
done that long enough now?
Right on? Now, I've looked at the Constitution, I've read it, and I can tell you what the first three fucking words are. We the people.
That's
And
it.
I'm tired of people talking about the government like they're aliens. They're not
They're
aliens.
us. They are us.
They're, right? The best and brightest?
That's what they say.
Not so much.
That's what they say. But no, it's
Well-
not. That's what really got me on, and I really don't know how to express it outside of the fact of the way I was raised. My father was in the Navy. I was born in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, on a fucking Navy base. I have lived my whole life thinking something of my country. And it turns out
Well-
when I get in my older age, that's not all true. And you want that patriotic feeling to stand up for your country, but when your country is turning to fascism, which is what I see happening, then just how proud can we be, baby?
And we can't take that shit lightly.
No.
I'm kind of fortunate, I guess, in a way. Fortunate growing up as a Jew. I learned all about fascism from people who barely,
Experience.
and I mean
Totally.
barely, survived it.
I can only imagine.
People don't realize. Think about, I'm not saying it, I'm not trying to speculate. What would have happened if Hitler won? What do you think would have happened to my family?
Oh, you wouldn't be here. Well, either that
There
or
you go.
you'd be in a labor camp. That's where you'd be.
I don't think I'd be very good at that. I'm just
No,
putting that
I
out.
don't think so. Which leaves the other alternative unalive.
Well,
Yeah.
so, fascism is not to be taken lightly. But here we got Donald Trump bragging about his good relationships with fascists. What is this fucking
And
through
he
the looking glass?
demonstrated
What
that
the
while
fuck
he was
is
in
going on
office.
here?
While he was in office, we saw it. We saw him stand on the stage in Helsinki and kiss Putin's ass in public.
Here's the problem with America, and I can tell you what the Republicans have done, and see if you won't agree with me, John.
All right.
America has the First Amendment.
Yes.
We have the Second Amendment. We have the Fourth. We have the Fifth. We have the 8th, 10th, 14th, all these important amendments. Each one of them, the Republicans have viewed as a loophole. Okay?
Yeah.
They're for free speech insofar as it promotes their viewpoint. So what they've construed is now they have everybody say, oh, well, speech is money. So free money, free speech. What it means is that billionaires now have a mortal lock on not just media, not just banking. They have a mortal lock on literally every single aspect of our lives. What we
Citizens
drive,
United.
where we work, what we eat, when we drink water, when we turn on the fucking light. Some
Everything.
billionaire owns that shit. and it's fucked up. And we need to fix that or we're dead, because these billionaires became billionaires by exploiting loopholes. You don't just become a billionaire by saying, I think I'll change the price of this to $19.99 and I'll make a killing. You don't become a billionaire that way. You become a billionaire by economic terrorism. I said it. I'm sticking to my story.
You're right.
Economic terrorism. That's
Good.
how
Well
you,
said.
the only
Well
way
said.
to become a billionaire.
Well said, Mitch. Because and we see
Mhm.
it. We see it every day in our lives. Hardly
Right.
any of us out here can afford to live month by month. I know I can. I'm struggling.
Well,
Go ahead.
hold a minute, because you could become a billionaire if you get the Saudis to loan you some money.
Yeah.
I'm just
Loan
saying.
you.
Still, Elon
I like
got
going the
along.
old-fashioned route.
Jared, you know, Exorcist 3,
Right.
Damien from the Exorcist 3. He, gave the okay to chop somebody up, and that's how he got his billions. So, however
And
you
what
want
came
to
of
do it,
that?
call it along.
What came of that, beautiful?
Nothing.
Nothing ever will come of it.
Yeah.
Because
nothing ever will come of it.
you cannot subvert the power of money in a global economy, because in a global economy, money is the final arbiter. Who wants to argue with me?
I'm
Nobody.
not going to argue with you. I'm just saying you could get $1 billion by other than economic terrorists.
If you play the game, you can get $1 billion.
Fuck with the Saudis and you'll wind up with $1 billion.
Yeah.
But you can't invent something and be a billionaire.
No.
No.
It'll get
Because
Don't
stolen.
work that way.
Elon hasn't invented a goddamn thing.
Be lucky if you get it on the market for somebody.
Yeah,
You know, Elon Musk, who I am no big fan of, he became a billionaire by exploiting loopholes. He
Yes.
didn't invent a
Not a damn
motherfucking
thing.
thing.
Nope.
For damn sure, not a damn thing. All he's done is he's had good lawyers and good advisors who taught him how to exploit loopholes,
Yes.
like how you can put $40 million into Tesla and take out $40 billion.
Yep.
Worked
Exactly.
for him, didn't it?
Yeah, it
Aren't
does.
Sure
loopholes?
did.
I mean,
Play
it's-
games with Bitcoin and get people all
Indeed,
excited.
with crypto. We've seen the results of that here lately.
Hey, Donnie's selling his
Oh, don't tell me
Donald
Donnie's got
Trump
it.
credit cards in crypto. I'm sorry. I'm
Like,
sorry.
Yeah, he's got a new set for sale
Listen
now.
to me.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
What is he this time? An astronaut?
I don't know what you're going to do, John, but I'm sorry.
He's playing a
John,
electric
don't
guitar on a Harley.
And hit the road
Um,
and fade off into the sunset. What are you gonna do, Mitch?
It's just bizarro.
I have the solution.
Tell us, buddy.
Okay.
I'm going to smoke some pot.
Well,
Man, I
Oh,
would be.
you think
I like
that's
the
the
way
answer
you
to
know,
everything, don't you?
Let's say, darn it, I thought he was going to stall some
Wish I could
Absolutely
do
right
that
there.
down here. I'm telling you, the laws around here.
Yeah, so we
It-
got you covered, John.
We have to, but
Yeah, we got you covered.
we all need to do that, but we need to do more. And we need to be involved, because that's the only way this shit's going to work. Everything that we talked about here.
Yeah.
It's the only thing we
here's
have.
the problem. I mean, I like what you're saying, and I wish it were true, but I'm just going to play devil's advocate here. How do you defeat someone like Donald Trump, who has at his beck and call, it's estimated that there's about 400 lawyers that work just for Donald Trump? What's your strategy? What's your strategy
First
to
step.
dethrone him?
Get better lawyers than they
First
have.
step.
Yeah, there you go. That's the only one that will work.
Well, there's a first step. Realize that Trump is never going to agree to a fair fight.
No.
Oh,
This
no.
is the strength/weakness. He's always going to try to fix the game. The way he's lived his whole life.
Very astute. Very
You can
astute.
swear-
Which they're trying to do now.
You have to
Yes.
strong arm him.
Well, strong arm Trump, and he's very.
He
He
plays
doesn't
stupid.
have much of a spine. He plays stupid. Yeah.
He plays stupid when you try to strong arm him.
Like
Right?
you watch him,
Because
his
we're
depositions
seeing
in
that
court.
with the E. Jean Carroll thing where he's like,
Mhm.
okay.
The sad
Mm.
part
Well, they
is
got
they don't. His supporters don't give a shit about Eugene Carroll.
No,
No,
his,
but you know,
They don't
his
care.
supporters don't
ironically,
give a shit if what he
They're
did
rooting
was
for him.
criminal.
Well, she probably
they
deserved it or
probably
some
think it's
shit like
but
that. Is what they'd be
ironically,
saying.
that might be the one trial where he might actually have to do some jail time.
Mm-mm.
Nah,
There's-
You don't think
This is
so?
a-
I
this-
think so.
it's
This
a
is a civil
civil
case.
trial.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's
civil
a civil
trial. It's not a
trial.
criminal case.
Yeah, they're.
This
The
is civil
DA
trial.
wouldn't pick it up as a criminal trial, so she made it a civil.
I'm waiting on
Once-
She's
Georgia.
smart.
And once you're in the civil
Well,
trial,
no,
now you're in the
the-
world of money. So when you're in the world of money,
The statute of limitations ran out on it being criminal
correct.
a long
Oh,
time
okay.
ago.
Okay.
She could only file a civil case.
I thought that they had changed those statutes.
No,
They have
No,
changed
what they
part of it.
changed was the fact that
Some.
she could file a civil case.
Right,
Correct.
exactly.
And they've changed the rules about what kind of evidence you can bring in
Right.
that civil case. Prior
Right.
to that, you could not bring information that established a pattern, and now you can. And this is the key to breaking Trump open. But
Because he does have a pattern.
the worst case scenario is going to be the amount they're suing for, plus 2 times that for punitive damage. Remember, there's 2 types of damages,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what comes of that. I believe that they're going to try to compel him to testify. He will not testify. He's not required to testify. They
No.
can try to make him testify.
They can try to put
Right.
pressure on him, but
And-
he can't be forced
Right.
to.
And I think that they're going to exploit his press clips about talking about grabbing pussies and bragging to other
Which
people
is exactly
about
what they
rape.
plan on.
Yeah.
The fact is that he has, correct me if I'm wrong, about 40 cases.
At
Yeah.
least.
There are,
Yeah,
there
there's
are
no-
other cases, however,
43, I
she
believe.
does have corroborating
Yeah.
witnesses with her story. She told people contemporaneously at the time when it happened, and they're willing to come forward. And she does have corroborating witnesses in
Well,
her
she's
case.
going to have to call him.
And the fact
Oh, they're
that
calling.
they are coming, and the fact that he doesn't have to show up and he doesn't have to testify, and the jury can interpret that as a sign of guilt.
Mhm.
All right, Justice Bernadette,
George
what's the
Burke.
first thing he's going to do when he loses? What's he going to do?
He's not gonna
Claim,
back.
claim he didn't
Play the
lose.
victim. He's going to play.
No,
Yeah,
the
he's
he's
gonna
going to
play-
appeal.
He's going to claim he didn't
appeal
lose.
the judgment.
Yeah, but he's also going to play the victim in the press, and the judge
Correct.
in this case has
Absolutely.
already said to Trump's lawyers, pardon me,
And
hey,
and to
are you
his
going to testify or are you
people,
not? He
to
said,
his
"Get off."
people, he's already a victim. So he's not
Yeah.
gonna win anything with
Oh.
that, but he ain't gonna lose nothing either.
No,
No,
but
he's gonna name
the
it.
judge said either your lawyers, either you're going to testify or not. I want to know right away. He said that. He came out today that he was
Yes.
pushing.
Because his lawyers went in there and tried to say, well, he doesn't want to show up because of all the traffic brouhaha that it would cause the city and all the rest of that. Judge said,
Oh.
you know what? He gets to make the choice whether he's going to be there or not. And
Yeah.
you can't mention none of that in front of the jury.
I am looking forward to
Okay.
Georgia. Georgia is the
I'm
first,
telling you, man.
Georgia and well, the Justice Department. Whether
I
I
think
wanna see
Georgia
Jack
is
Smith's-
going to, I think Georgia is going to keel haul Donald Trump.
I
And
think
there's really nothing he can do.
this is a
And
state.
here's what I'll tell you why.
You know how we beat him, Mitch?
Hmm.
And this is the honest to God truth. The only way we're gonna fucking beat Trump is to get more people registered and voting in this next election.
Yep.
Yep.
Goddamn right.
A lot of young people coming of age.
Yeah. a lot
I
of 'em.
predict he will suffer I predict, number one, he will be the nominee.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
That's
And I
believe it.
predict that he will suffer a greater loss.
Yes.
Hope so.
But let
But-
that not be an impediment to you getting off your ass and registering to vote.
Getting somebody
And registering to
Don't
vote.
get complacent
your
out there,
note.
people.
Dude,
The headline I'm
Holding
reading
your
says
note.
a key GOP senator just endorsed Donald Trump. Senator Steve Daines of Montana endorsed Donald Trump today. So yeah, who's going to be? Yeah, he's
Well-
going to be the nominee.
He already
Yeah.
is.
And there's word that he may not even want to do any debates.
Well, they won't do any
Let's
debates.
hope
He's
not,
not going to
because,
debate
yeah.
Joe Biden.
Waste of fucking
He's not
time.
going to do any debates either.
Yeah.
Look,
There won't be.
So he has an
Well,
opportunity to
yeah.
lie again,
Time.
and he has an opportunity to stalk Biden like a fucking creep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that shit.
Yeah,
and
walking
he's,
behind
and he's
him, that
going to
shit.
do that shit. He's going to do it.
Well, on
but-
YouTube, Steve Schmidt of the Warning, that's his podcast, said that he's saying, and the way he feels, I don't feel this way. I'm a supporter of Joe Biden. He said that we basically are going to have the choice of two bad alternatives: Biden, who's 82 years old, and Trump, who's what, 78,
I'll take
77?
Biden in a heartbeat.
Trump, who's
Yeah,
a
that's not an equal comparison at all. I'll take Biden
Yeah.
on heart. There's somebody
too.
saying that.
Me too.
You know,
I agree.
right now, we got a long way off to November 2024.
566
We got
days.
a long way off. And what's going to happen?
But who's
is-
counting?
But wait a second, you guys, because what is going to happen is Biden's plan for this country is going to start getting implemented, and there are going to be jobs out there, and people are going to feel the impact of his agenda coming online, and that is going to change people's votes and how they feel about. Biden has done a fucking lot. And we need to be out there pushing that shit every fucking day.
I don't see anybody that has thrown their hat in, or even a perspective that I would put up against Joe Biden with what he has done in his first, what, 2.5
What he
years?
has already accomplished.
2.5 years. He's, we have moved the ball a lot in these years, and he's not done. He's not done. What's
No.
he saying? Let's finish the job. And
There's
only
right
one
now,
way.
I don't see anybody in the Republic. Now, at some point, this nation will start turning its eye towards a younger generation. It has no alternatives. It will be eventually. We're going to have another Kennedy come along, and
But not that Kennedy.
no, not that. No.
Kennedy-like.
Yeah, Kennedy-like. Not the
Over there
one
in the
that's out
house.
there. He's out there running now. He ain't got a shot in hell.
You watch Hakeem Jeffries real closely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
watch, also keep your eye on these two Justins out of Tennessee, okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's longer
Yeah.
term, but I think they've got a
National
stellar
game plan
career
on
in front of
their
them.
ticket.
There's a few
Mhm.
other out there too that
Yes.
are doing really well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, let me send out a big thank you to Keith Thompson, who came in with $5 and said, "Words from the World War II Red Tails, page 51, 336 Fighter Group. The message: I will fight for my country. Will my country fight for me? We are Americans." That's what's so heartbreaking about what I see in the Republican Party is they want to choose who the Americans are in this country, who's
Mhm.
worthy of that title, and it's all of us, baby.
Who deserves it? Right?
Yes, and
But
that's,
they get to make the choice. And that's the difference. They don't really have a fucking agenda.
no, they don't have an
It's
agenda.
all-
The
it's
agenda
all
is
this
lie, cheat, steal, and
cultural
stay in
war.
office. That's it.
Bullshit.
Make
And
as
we
much
need to
money
keep
as you
doing
can.
their. But
Their
we need
only
to throw their
agenda
own
is to
words
get as
back
many
in their face.
Republicans in office as they
The
can.
agenda's a dirty
Period.
word.
Everywhere.
And that includes
That's
the
it.
court.
And speaking
they
of
can
which-
keep suppressing the vote.
Speaking of which, right now, May through November, even all over across all the states, there's a whole lot of elections going on, and they're the small elections, but we can't ignore those.
No, if
School
you're living in
board,
an area that
judges,
there's an election going on, pay
Mayors,
attention.
governors, get them,
Yeah.
get them all.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to
We
take.
we cannot be, because they're not. They're purposely going after these small government seats, and so that they can control what's happening locally where you are.
Yep,
It's part of their plan.
it is.
We're the only wall against that, because there
Yeah.
are more Democrats in this country than there are Republicans. There are more liberals in this country than there are conservatives. But liberals have a tendency to go to the beach on voting
But
day
if they take
sometimes.
enough states, they have a tendency.
Wow.
Yeah, well, when you tend to go to the beach during the time when you can go and vote, because right now people still have time to turn in their votes. It's not just one day. You're gonna wake up one day and it is going to go back to being just one day, just one polling place in the whole fucking
Because if
state.
the Republicans had their way, that's what it was. That's what, and
So
they're
they're
already
trying
trying
in
to take
Texas.
away voting in colleges. Whose
And we're
vote
going
is
to
that?
through the door.
Yeah,
They're going to ask you 5 questions, and if you can't pass them questions, you don't get to vote.
Right, and I don't think we need to have a reason for fascism. Fascism exists for its own sake. You don't say, let's be fascist for a while and see if we can't, change the commodities market.
It's self-perpetuating.
That's it. It is the ultimate power grab.
Yes.
That's what these people are about. They are, listen up, they are about acquiring and maintaining power over your ass. That's what these fuckers are trying to do.
What is power? Power is money. And that's what they
basically
want. That's what
They're
they
trying
want.
to build kingdoms again.
Yes.
Empires. I'd take a fucking king.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm not ready for a king. But this
nice, handsome, benevolent king.
Yeah, well,
sure.
if he's a nice guy. Really
I was
cared
putting my
about all
own
of
name.
his servants.
The kings never ran anything, though, if you remember right.
I was actually hoping to be elected king, but I see that no one's going to take me
Oh,
seriously.
wait a minute. We back up. We can start discussing the
It's good to be king. Yeah.
Good night, Margaret.
You're a smart man, Mitch, and I'm proud to know you. I enjoy conversations with you immensely because you teach me things.
Don't forget, I'm a good cook.
And you're a good cook. And you know where to find puffy tacos. And a hell of a place to eat dinner. We are going to miss. I wish. Oh, man. Did I?
Are you not going to go there in my honor when you're in
Oh,
San
hell
Antonio?
yes. Right now, we're going to be right there. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. If I have to call you to get that damn address so we can put it in the GP to get.
Yeah, you're staying on the north side, right?
Yeah. I'm staying basically where we were before. I'm going to stay at the.
No, that's not the
Courtyard
north side.
Inn
That's
downtown.
That's downtown, dude.
Yeah.
That's right by the.
That's right there.
Right by the. Yeah.
We're gonna walk right over to the Riverwalk, baby.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. I'm looking forward at the Blue Dot Family Meetup in San Antonio, Texas, May 19th, 20th, and 21st. If you're in the area, just say where we're going to be staying. You come on down and find us, and we're going to have discussions galore, conversations. We'll get tacos and what? And
I have put the Tecamolinos web URL in the chat. I'm going to also put it in the chat for.
Do that.
Do we have a chat for this room? I guess not.
Yeah, in the blue room.
Well, one of our clever members will track that down for us.
I think we're going to have to make it an issue because puppy tacos, dude.
I want to reach out if I can just for a moment, and I want to talk to all the people out there who have not hit that thumbs up like button.
Look at that shit.
If
right
you're
there.
Okay. Did you hit like, John?
Did I hit like?
Bet you didn't.
I can't. I don't have
Reach
that
over there and just hit that thing, John. You got
hit
to
that
reach over
thing
the
down
phone
there.
thing.
Whack that
now,
thing.
if you're a real hardcore blue dot.
There you go.
Okay. If you're a hardcore blue dot, you're going to make sure that you can see that little bell that said subscribe. And what will happen then is when the party starts, you'll be invited.
There you go.
Yeah.
So when you subscribe, when we go live, all of a sudden your little computer goes, "Hey, we're going live, baby."
Let me tell you.
Let
me tell you something else.
What?
I know. I can feel it that some of you people have some extra spare change
hey.
that you can do without.
I feel it.
And I'll tell you, if you want to waste your money,
I'm feeling. I've seen that preacher do this. Feel it on the screen. Yeah.
No. Hang on. If you want to waste your money, okay, there's lots of ways you can do it. You could go play the lottery. You could go to the casino. Okay, you could do that. I'm saying don't do that. I'm saying send $5, send some whatever you can to a great cause.
Hey, 2 for Blue.
Blue Dot in Texas. What's a better cause than Blue Dot in Texas?
I appreciate all the kind words, and believe me, right now the funds would be greatly appreciated.
I don't see the money flowing in, but thanks a lot, John.
Well,
I appreciate it. Maybe someone will send me a few bucks.
Hey, if you have it, we'll accept it. That's for damn sure. Y'all know the rule here. We don't ask for it, but we are greatly appreciate it.
Well, I'm asking for it.
Well, I appreciate you asking.
if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, you can't see the chat, can you?
And subscriptions are free. Other places
Yeah,
charge
they
you.
don't cost
We
nothing.
give it to you
Yeah,
for
they
free.
do.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, you can see the chat.
yeah,
Can you see it without being subscribed?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed, so I can see it.
Yeah, there's no
yeah, like
it doesn't what has nothing to do with the
change requires change. Yeah, as a matter of fact, speaking of that, we're gonna have to kill this computer over here. It's gonna die.
right.
And
As
and
Oh, I'm
Travis,
sorry.
Jeanette
Travis
says,
will
yeah,
not
you
let
can
me buy
see
another
it.
computer. That is
You
that
can
is
see it
not
without
on-
being subscribed, but you can't comment.
Oh, see, and we want your comments because you have something to say. No, Travis, we already talked about. He's got to buy. I think the hard drive is going to make it. There's a lot of material in this computer. He can take out, put in another computer, and build it up that way faster and cheaper than I can afford one new one. So that's what we're going to do. The other one is sitting right across. We're out of camera view. It's a white cabinet. His previous computer, but Travis has built several computers, and they all work fine. So cuts down on the cost, but he is fixing to. It's going to be on a weekend, on a Saturday, just to try to put it all together and get us back on the road for Sunday. But yeah, and that stuff ain't cheap. So yeah, we're going to have to buy a few parts and graphics card and some other stuff. He said, I don't know. I push buttons. That's what I do. And anyway, I appreciate your kind words, Mitch. I really do.
Mitch took off, but
Ah!
that's okay.
He left. He left the room.
Yeah. he
Mitch
had to go.
Goldstein, thank you very much. Best to the family. I did see his family all strode up there for a picture. He just told me they were ill that trip, but they looked good in the picture with him, Julie, his kid Zach, and the rest of the whole family was there, and it was a great looking shot. Anyway, I so appreciate Mitch. I wish he could be there with us in San Antonio this time, but yeah, if he could. I say
What a blue dot.
Yeah.
What a blue dot that guy is.
he is a great blue
Yeah.
dot. He is indeed, and smart. I'm not kidding. I love to have conversations with him because every time I do, I learn something. As we should, we all should. We should keep. Ain't none of us that smart that we can't
Hey, you
learn
guys,
something from
I'm
somebody
gonna
else.
I'm gonna put myself on pause. I gotta go do something real quick.
Ah,
All right.
is it out of the oven? Are you cooking?
Well, yeah, but that's in the crock pot. I gotta
Okay.
let the dog out before he has
Oh
action.
yeah, let
Oh,
that dog
no.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
Be right back.
hesitate there. All
Doggy
right.
dance.
Speaking of walking the dog, man,
You can see Dustin dances racetrack.
what's that, Miss Linda?
I can just see her little Dustin dancing as his racetrack.
I
Oh,
got
right.
a big pit bull, but Vicky is just like a little while ago. I took her down the stairs, went out. She went out in the yard, did the business, turned right around and come back upstairs. That's it. She wants to play. She'll go out. She's got a yard. She can go play. But business, well, she gets the business done and then right back. And then on the way up, we got those still four little kittens out there, and she stops and sniffs every one of them, and every one of them will sit right there on the step and just let her. She's a sweetheart. So.
We're forgetting the other big news today, right? The really good news.
The good news?
Well, Joe Biden
Joe
came out
Biden
and
running?
announced that he officially is running.
Yes. That's the big news today. That's what it
That's
started.
the
That's what I
big
started.
news.
Yeah. That he's running again, and like I say, I don't see anybody that's out there that can take him. I really don't. If
No.
you look at what he's done in 2.5 years, yeah, you bet your ass I'll give him 4 more years. He's just getting started. In this
Yeah, I'm
country
not even
is-
going to look at anybody else.
No, there's nobody out there right now that is piquing my attention at all.
Well,
The
I
only-
have
and the
a
only-
candidate for you.
Pray tell,
You know
DJ, who might that be?
You know who Rick Wilson is? You do, don't you?
Rick
Yeah.
Wilson
Founder of the Lincoln Project.
From
He
what?
founded the Lincoln Project.
from the Lincoln
He came out-
Project.
Yes, he
Mhm.
came out with a statement that was quoted in the press that he thinks because Tucker Carlson probably has a non-compete that he will not be able to go on to other networks. And he thinks that that's going to force him into a run for the presidency. He's 54 years old. He has a ton of money, and he has the capability to build a donor
network.
network.
Are you talking about Tucker Carlson himself?
Yeah.
Yes, I read that. I mean, I didn't read the whole article. I read the article that he could consider to a run for president.
Yes.
But let's
and,
not give him any goddamn
Yeah.
ideas, okay?
Good luck
Yeah.
with that.
logically, it makes sense, but I hope he doesn't. But
Yes
just,
and no. That's like saying, John Stewart run for president.
I
He
think-
doesn't want to do that.
I think,
what
yeah.
I mean?
I think Tucker Carlson's got too many skeletons in his closet. I think
but he's
there are
got
too
one
many
thing
things
going.
that.
Yeah.
But then
I don't
again,
know skeletons, man.
grab him by the
Look at
pussy.
him, more skeletons
You know?
than Trump's old
Yeah.
ass.
That's what I was going to say. We have if grab him by the pussy won't do it, then people don't really give a shit. And a
Yeah.
lot of his viewers would not. And he
He's
is
the MAGAs possibly.
he is the number one news commentary. Period. On cable. Period. Not on the right and left, but just period. He was the
That's
biggest.
a shame.
He's the number one shit stirrer in America, and that gives him power. Okay, I will give him that. He can stir some shit.
Bart Larson says he's not going to run. I trust Bart. I
Well,
trust
Bart's right.
Okay,
I think
Bart.
Bart's right. I think Bart's right.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Well, I
Because
wouldn't,
he's a
because he
power-hungry
could.
little
He could
motherfucker.
take those
Okay.
same little maggots that are all up for Trump, and after
Absolutely.
Trump gets in trouble and gets all up with the law, then Tucker could come running in on his white horse and say, "Look here, boys, I'm here to save the party."
But I
and
do
pick
think
that
that
up.
he would register people to vote like hell. I do think he would do that if he
Yes,
did
he
run.
will.
Which side though, or which both sides?
Hopefully both.
Let's put it this way: when there's more people registered to vote, the Democrats usually win out.
Yes, when we vote, we win. When we get
Let's
the vote
not
out,
forget, he's
we
a
win.
shit stirrer. Women don't like him. These kids don't like him. He's totally against trans. He's totally against gay. He's totally against black. They don't like him.
He supports
all
white
for
replacement
the
theory.
NRA and guns and just killing people. He's all for that
the
shit.
Republican way.
He's against people of color.
He don't,
rights,
you know,
too.
climate change is a fucking hoax. You know,
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's really for or against. He just knows what sells.
That's
yes,
it.
he does.
He is a salesman, and that's what he
Don't-
sells. Bullshit.
Don't get that twisted. So is Trump.
Let me send out because Miss Linda has answers, baby. Miss Linda came in with a $10 donation. Miss Linda, thank you very much, darling. And said, expand the SCOTUS, expand the House, fuck Trump, fuck Tuck, and Cruz too. Well,
Hey,
fuck them all. Yes, I'm all up for expanding the court because I don't see any other way out of this bullshit. Look at the makeup of the court right now. Do you see any change coming?
No,
there is
No.
a way out. It's just not possible with this Congress.
no.
Yeah, we don't have the votes currently to be able to do that.
No,
That's where it comes
No.
in. Expand the House.
And it's not just
or
Republicans that block
change
it.
the
they're
law.
Democrats.
Change the
Change the
law.
law.
But we don't have the votes in this Congress
No.
to do that.
But it's what should be.
Congress
would need
does have
about-
the power
It's what we need to do.
to
8 more
govern.
senators, and we would need the House back. I mean, they could try. They could start the motions. They could start the idea going around. That would be this. I mean, gets the conversation
That would
started.
be definitely right direction.
At least we could go for Clarence Thomas' wife, Ginny. We could go after her.
He's done enough stuff that
I want him impeached. But again,
yeah, he may
I would-
there may be enough.
I don't care about
now.
his wife. I want him off.
I want him.
Well,
I
if you
want
go
him.
after his wife, that's going to cause him trouble. In 1969, that judge
The speaker is
resigned
down
because they were going after his wife. I don't remember his name, but he was a Supreme Court justice, and he resigned to stop the investigation of his wife.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, we don't have integrity like that anymore
Yeah,
in America.
No,
and that's what we need to
that no
return.
especially not with Thomas.
And that's why I say, to me, I don't know how it all works. I'm not that smart. But expanding the court is the only way I see it out of this bullshit with the Supreme Court. We have a 6-3 court.
Well, that's not going to happen with the current Congress.
No, right now. I'm just saying in the future.
I wish it
You know,
would.
look how long this court is going to last. Who's on there? Well, Clarence is old.
He's one of the older ones now.
He's not old enough.
No,
It's-
but he's probably got high blood pressure.
I
Just
hope his
saying.
blood pressure goes up here lately.
Because he's a little nervous right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His blood pressure risen.
Well,
we can't impeach him. We
pretty
can't
simple.
get out what we got to be nervous about.
Well,
Pretty simple equation.
go ahead.
It's a pretty simple equation, isn't it? If you're not competent enough to file basic financial forms you're supposed to, you shouldn't have that job.
Yeah. If you're
Can't do
I
it.
went to my colleagues and asked, what is that? Hey, Bob, should I do this? No. What the fuck is that? You're a Supreme Court justice, and you know what you're doing. That's all bullshit, because we know down in his heart he knows what he's doing. He's not stupid. He's a Supreme Court justice. He just knows how to get away with it.
And why didn't he go to his accountant and ask that question?
Yeah.
Well, his staff should have been able to. I mean, you got to remember, this isn't him operating his own. He has a staff that's supposed to keep all this organized
In order for
and
him.
running smoothly for him. So it's not just his incompetence. He's got an incompetent staff, apparently.
Or
Maybe.
corrupt staff.
Or they're corrupt and they're
Yeah.
trying to hide stuff, which I
Hey.
think is highly more likely.
I go with the second
We
choice.
need to write to John Roberts
We
and
do.
tell him his court is illegitimate.
We do.
Yep.
I'll leave that there just a second so everybody can get that written down. Because that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
And when I write mine, I'll post it for all of us to see. So, because I sometimes brag I write better than I speak. And I will
John?
take yes.
You reach a lot more people than I do, but after your video this afternoon, since I'm on TikTok, I went out and put all that information on TikTok so that people out there would have it too.
Good.
Because I didn't know if you were able to get it out there, but I did.
I don't know I don't know what I'm doing on TikTok. Are you shitting me?
But
I go
anyway,
out and
the
record the
number-
video, and then I hit upload.
Well,
That's
I
it.
put the phone number, and the address of the Supreme
Yeah,
Court out on
I
video.
see your videos. You have graphics and all that. I don't.
Yeah, I do.
Because Travis is busy. He's got several projects right now going on that he's getting paid for. So, good deal. Yeah, he's got several things going on for different people, and so I don't like to take his time. But the only time I ever edit anything is on Friday, because I have to edit the TikTok video of anything in my hand, beer or bud. Have to edit that shit out, or they'll kick me off. I got 3 strikes already. They've taken me down 3 times, so can't do it. I wish we could, and I have not learned how to go live on TikTok. Everybody keeps telling me, John, you need to go live on TikTok, and
Just go to your profile down there, and
I could go live,
yeah.
but what I can't do right now is I haven't figured out how to incorporate what we're doing right now into TikTok. In other words, I can turn on TikTok with my iPad right now and be live, but they would not be able to hear your conversation, just mine.
Oh,
So
you have to invite people in. On TikTok, what happens is
yeah, but
I think
I'm
you can
talking about
invite-
no.
I
He needs
broadcast
to know
on,
how to add it in his.
Yeah, what is this
system.
thing that I use? OBS. I use OBS to broadcast. So
now
OBS.
that I don't know anything
yeah.
about.
See, OBS allows me to broadcast simultaneously to Facebook
Multiple streams.
and to.
Yeah, you probably had to add TikTok to OBS.
Mhm.
I don't think they allow me to add TikTok to OBS. Is one
Ah.
thing,
I'm
and
sure OBS,
if I
I
go to
didn't
add
see
one
anywhere
more,
that-
I have to pay more. So
There is a way
again,
to
so
add-
yeah, I can't
There's a way
afford
to add
it.
additional streams, but
Wait.
in OBS, I have not seen TikTok being available.
For me to go live on TikTok, it would have to be a separate show on TikTok.
Right.
Yeah, it would be exactly.
Yeah, I would have to do it standalone, and I could do that. I just
Well, you can
right now
invite
my
all
plate
these
is full. I try to do out video every day, and sometimes that doesn't work out, and then we have 3 live shows a week, and life, and trees that fall and shit like that.
You know, there's one more action we can take, or
What?
well, some people might be
Please.
able to take.
What?
Well, this whole Fox thing, right? They are pushing to increase the amount they get per household from anybody that has cable, satellite, subscription type stuff.
Right?
And if you have one of those subscriptions, even if you don't watch Fox, you're still paying for Fox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They want to
Oh,
bump it up to $3. They literally want to bump it up to $3 per household account that they get. And I'm saying, cut the cable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not on cable.
absolutely.
What I have here in
No satellite, no cable.
yeah, I don't have.
Put
We
your
used to
antenna
have
up.
satellite. We used to have dish, but dish is limited. The only what I have now is I have to pay for my internet service separate. First, I have to have internet, and then I have to pay for a TV. Uh, I chose YouTube TV, so we have YouTube
Well,
TV.
that might still have Fox crap on it, though. I don't know. I don't know
Oh, it's
YouTube
got
I
TV.
Fox
don't
Some
on it.
think they.
I
do,
don't watch it.
right?
I think they got it
But
on
if
there.
you're paying for that subscription to watch TV through YouTube, you're paying for Fox.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're all paying for everything that's on there. We got, and if you're on Dish, you're paying for Fox because it's part of the whatever lineup they have. All
Yep.
our dollars are put into a big old pool, and they make the deals.
Well,
Uh,
I have the streaming services, and one of the disadvantages is I can't get MSNBC or ESPN or some of the other channels that I like to watch.
You
If
know
we,
what, you guys? I stream everything. Okay. Um,
Yep.
I don't have TV. I stream everything, and things like MSNBC, ESPN, the major networks and stuff like that. I listen to those on YouTube, TuneIn,
right.
because they're free. They're free, and I stream that too. But I don't pay for it, so I don't have to watch them. I don't get all the video and all the rest of that, but I don't need all that. It's just like listening to the
You're
radio,
busy
you know.
anyway.
So
It's background noise. Whilst
Yep.
yeah,
whilst
yeah,
you
you know, like today, I'm pulling up my strawberry beds out in the garden, and I'm listening to TuneIn, and
I know
you
you're
know, I
listening to the
get
bluebirds and the butterflies and
MSNBC.
shit flopping around
No,
all over you. That's
actually,
what
I
you're
was
doing.
listening to Robin and pulling up strawberries at the same time
Did you
because
see
I need to
Robin's picture?
redo my
She
strawberries.
posted, and oh, you don't have.
I don't. I didn't.
Oh,
I
that's yeah.
didn't because when I came in, I was a little sun baked, and then I got baked on top of that.
I'm proud of
I
her.
was
She took a picture
just,
all natural. She's got makeup on, but she does not have a wig on, and that had to be a
okay.
big step for her. And
Yeah,
I'm proud
sure.
of her for putting herself out there. You know, because
Yeah.
you know she had a receding hairline, and and I'm sure it took a big step for her to be
Not put the
herself. But
wig
her
on.
hair's looking good. It's
Yeah.
all the way down there around her.
Right on.
Yeah, down her waist
Right
down
on.
there. So it's getting yeah, and she looked good. So you know, I'm proud of her. But it took a lot for her to make that step,
Yeah,
put herself
I
out there
see
all
whatever
natural.
video I want to see. I watch whatever TV I want to watch, and mostly I watch documentaries because I can't stand people. So I don't watch stupid TV. So
I don't
wanna-
watch live news.
I
I
want to
don't.
tell y'all that Bernadette just described me. That's me. If it's a documentary, I love space. I love nature.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
history, government stuff. I love if it's a documentary, fact based. I'd like to watch it. I
Yep.
don't watch that many movies. The other night, and Travis has been after me. Dad, I want you to sit down and watch this movie. I want the whole family to sit down and watch this movie. Travis says it's one of the best movies I ever had. Watch. I just loved it, and he's been saying that for weeks. So last night, for 3 hours, because it's a 3 hour movie, we sat
Wow.
down and watched RRR. That is the name of the movie. RRR. It's a Bollywood movie.
Okay.
It is.
Oh,
I
it
begrudgingly.
won for music this year, didn't it?
It may have. I don't know.
Or
Uh,
choreography or something? I don't.
Oh, if it won an award, I could fully understand. It would be the choreography. What'd you say?
Correct.
Thank you.
No, I can't.
Yeah, say it more once, you
Choreography.
get it screwed up. Choreography, the dancing, the two main characters in the movie. I am amazed. It must have taken so long to practice that because it is a lengthy dance scene, and they don't miss a beat within each other. I mean, every hand, every gesture, every turn of the head is exactly in tune and with each other. I ended up really enjoying it. Bart Larson says, "What channel?" I think Travis pulled it up on Netflix. I'm not sure. I think it was Netflix. Search RRR, and it is it. I'll tell you what. At the end of the movie, though, and I don't usually critique, well, because I don't want you. At the end of the movie, there were a dance scene going on, a lot of music going on. If you're familiar with Bollywood, a lot of that going on. But in the background, in big bold uh, photographs and lettering, are heroes of India, the revolution that freed India from Britain, from colonial rule. And the story is actually about colonial rule. And
Right.
I'm not gonna ruin anybody's give away anything on the movie. The three R's are the R's in the word, because there's three parts to the movie. The story, which has an R in it. The second part is called fire, and the last part is called water. So you have the story. So you see the story, and you see what happens in the story, and you're just outraged over this story. But then it takes a turn, and it throws you off guard because fire comes in. And fire, ooh, this guy's a badass. That's all I can say about fire. He is a badass. And they tell that story, and then water comes in. Water's badass too, but he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy, but he'll kill you. Uh, and anyway, it isn't until towards the end of the movie you start putting together exactly what's happening. I'm not going to give it away because it is a great movie, but it is a story of India's breakaway from colonialism in the British Empire and how that came about. And so the faces they show at the end of the movie are actual people that assisted in the story that you just watched. Of course, the story is much exaggerated because I don't know anybody who can jump in the air and like dance across thin air for 20 feet and then land and
Right.
kick the guy. But they made it look good. And as far as the dancing in, oh, that was what I was more impressed with than anything was the two main characters, fire and water, with their dancing. Uh, you just get mesmerized and just can't believe they're that close to each other doing those kind of moves, and it's in just perfect synchronization. Just perfect. Anyway, that's movie review for today.
All right.
Now for
There
the
you
weather.
go. Now everybody go out and find out
Yeah,
where you can
go
find
find
RRR and
I think
tune
it is
in.
get
Netflix.
out the popcorn because it's a 3-hour movie.
It is
all right, get some
Netflix.
popcorn.
It is on
Get,
Netflix.
get your monkeys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get the
Yeah,
munchies
okay.
out.
There
So
you go.
Yeah,
it's Roger.
it is. It has English. It's not subtitles. It's voiceovers, and it's obvious.
Voiceover.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
voiced over, but it's done well. And you'll notice it when it starts, but you just kind of have to look past that. We know it's a Bollywood movie. It's not our language, but that's not the point. But it was done well. Uh, some of the expressions in the voices were like, "Oh, that's not normal," but it's cool. Uh, yeah, but it is. I recommend. I give it a watch. I would. I'd go. I would not. You know, if I was a movie, somebody was in the movie, yeah, I'd sit down and watch that one again because I'm sure I missed a lot of shit in the first one because it's fast paced. The story's fast paced, so you really got to figure out
Right
who's who
on.
in this thing. By the time the end, of course, you know what the true story is and everything. But again, like I said, it does show the struggle of India away from colonialism.
You know what else is a struggle, John?
What's a struggle?
When you don't show the credits.
Is it
Yep.
time?
Yeah.
Oh,
It is.
Yeah.
and he looks at his watch, and indeed it is the time. But before we go, we have to remind you of your patriotic duty, your duty as a citizen of the United States to be involved in our democracy, in our laws, in our courts. So get your pen and pencil out, or your typing board, your computer keyboard, and give it some thought of what you want to say. Be kind. Be professional. No cussing. But tell them what you think about what is happening on the court. Your concerns about the legitimacy of the court, the ethical stand of the court, and is the court for us, or are we slipping into that Citizens United where they'll fill the seats exactly how they want to? by the friendly skies of Citizens United. Anyway, and don't forget that we will be in San Antonio in May 19, 20, and 21st. We will be meeting with John and Carolyn Matt Jesco, who are making the trip there, and that's why we started this thing. So yes, if at some point you go, damn, John, I'm going to be in San Antonio, you bet your ass John is going to say, well, I'm going to come up and see you. So that's how that shit started, and then we have the credits. So, let's see. How'd that work? Did I do all right?
Yeah, it worked out just fine.
It worked out just fine. See, John's got his buttons back. I just don't get to hit any anymore. You got the. There's my bus. Here's my. I like this one.
If your brain was donated to science,
and you know, you can go to the post office and buy already stamped.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, I forgot. Oh, Bernadette, Miss Chick, would y'all please entertain the crowd for just 1 minute? I'm at to leave camera. I have to go get something, and I forgot it, and I can't believe I forgot it.
Okay.
I will
we'll
be
talk
right
about you
back.
while you're gone.
All right, yeah, talk bad about me. That's all. Take it. All right. Damn it.
You know what he did? He went to the post office, and there was something.
Oh, well, then it's a good thing that I said that, huh?
Yeah, because he forgot.
Yeah,
I wonder
you
if he
could
left
get
it in the truck.
pre-stamped postcards from the post office.
My memory, baby.
And then all you have to do is just fill them out. They're rather inexpensive. You get 10 in a bundle. I can't remember how much they are, but they're
Less
already
than a
pre-stamped.
stamp each, probably.
Yeah. And so, it's not too difficult to get the postcards already pre-stamped from the post office, and just write the address on there and tell John Roberts that his court is illegitimate, and it's unethical. And, he needs to fix it. Fix it.
Fix it.
Yep.
Fix it. Send a postcard. And since you brought up postcards, and this is no postcard, the reason I had to leave the room, and I can't believe I forgot, I should have done this at the beginning of the show, and I'll do it at the beginning of the next show because I'm very proud of it. I got mail. Went to the post office, and there was mail in there. And had a little yellow sticker because I went to the old post office box. But my postal service said, oh, no, he moved. He's over in this neighborhood. So they forwarded it to me. And I'm so glad they did. And I already contacted him to let him know the change of address thing. But I'm so proud. This is not the first time he has done this. Let me see if I can get that right. Can you see that?
Oh, it's a Thomas card.
It is a
Oh
Thomas.
my God, Thomas
It is
Morgan.
a Thomas Morgan card.
Yeah.
And that is me. And up underneath that beard somewhere, and underneath that cowboy hat, that's me in there. And I get tickled to death. Thomas is a fan. I think I want to go sit with him when he's doing shit. This guy, Marcia, was just into this picture, and it is so intricate. And there are, let me cover up his. There are little drawings. I don't know if you see them on the back of his card. A little comic. There's 2 of them in there, and they're cute. And
is he from California, John?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he's
I have seen his stuff.
Yes, he's out by Long Beach somewhere. He's out right on. Yes, John is on a Thomas card. Not the first one. This ain't the first one, but it's been the one in a long time. And
he was in the chat in the last show, in the last live. Thomas was here in the last live. So.
What?
The man has incredible artwork.
Oh, he is fantastic. I want to sit next to him when he's doing this shit. I keep saying I want to smoke whatever the fuck it is. I'm telling you, man, this guy, he's got to have some really good stuff. I'm telling you, his mind must be so creative. But I so enjoyed it. He's been with us a long, long time, and I was so tickled to get the card. And I'll say it right here on the air, Paulette Hallbeck, if you're out there, baby, haven't had a card in a long time, and it is post office. That's the wrong one. Don't send it to him. Send it to me. No, that's the wrong one. No, I don't have it. Oh well, I don't have my post office box 260044, Corpus Christi, Texas. I get concerned when I don't hear from people. that I've heard for a long time. And so, yeah, I get concerned. But Thomas Morgan, thank you so much. I treasure these things because these are
They're
man,
nice.
they
I
are.
mean, if it's frameable art, man,
It
the guy
is.
is good.
And there are
He
blue
is
dots.
really
Do
good.
you have one, Bernadette?
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember. You sent me one
Yeah.
time, and I do have
Yeah, I've
Thomas
sent
Morgan.
out several of his pieces of work
Yes.
to some blue dots and stuff. That yeah, to spread his art. It is again, not just only a fantastic artist. Uh, to sit and talk with him is would be a trip. Would be a trip. But yeah, he lives out there in California, out in Paradise Land. I live in South Texas, so I don't know. All right, he could always show up in San Antonio. Thomas,
Yeah, he can.
show up, buddy,
He
show
could
up.
probably sell art on the river.
Oh yeah, he could do that, I'm sure. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by tonight and making the show what it is. I appreciate it so much. To all those on YouTube, on Facebook that get into this chat every time we come live, you're the heart of this family, and we appreciate it so much you being here. Anyway, David,
Yes, sir.
thank you, brother, for coming in. Enjoyed it tonight.
Yes,
Always
absolutely.
a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Hoping everyone's doing good.
We hope you're doing better, buddy. And on that note, how are you doing? How's the journey?
I've got medical coverage again. I had a fight with
Good.
4 bureaucracies about it,
Right.
and that is, I'm slowly righting the ship. As a sailor yourself, you should know this.
Right.
Once you've tipped over on your side, you're
Yeah,
not sunk
If
necessarily.
you're listing real bad, buddy, it don't look good. Get the keel even, man. I'm telling you. So stay even
That's
on the
where I'm
keel.
at.
Well, good.
That's where I'm getting even again.
Good. I'm glad to hear it, brother. We keep you in our heart. Anyway, David, thank you for being here. And DJ, always a pleasure, buddy. Thank you for dropping by. Tap twice if you need help, DJ.
We will send somebody.
We'll send somebody, brother. I didn't hear 2 taps, so I guess he's okay. Anyway, he must have stepped away or lost him. DJ, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And Miss Linda, you've been mighty quiet, dear, but
Well, I did get a word in edgewise.
I know it. Sometimes it's just rattling my mouth forever. I need to learn how to
Oh,
stop doing that.
I just went quick on the draw.
Sorry.
Well,
So
anytime you draw, baby, it's a good day. Anyway, I appreciate you being here, and good
Thank
night,
you.
Mary Ellen.
Good night, John Boy.
Thank you, baby. It's a thing. It's a thing. And Miss Chick,
Yes. Tim.
always a pleasure to have you in here. Thank you so much. My book of knowledge. Thank you, baby.
Well, you're welcome. And I think we've already gone through the
Oh, like
subscribing.
and subscribe.
and
If you ain't done it by
liking.
now, shame on y'all. Just shame. Shame,
Yep.
shame, shame,
Like,
shame.
share, subscribe, donate.
Oh, well, let's just emphasize voting then. Vote, vote, vote,
Vote, vote, vote. And don't
Vote,
forget
vote,
it.
vote.
Be involved and be knowledgeable. Anyway, Miss Chick, thank you. And of course, Bernadette,
Yes.
thank you, darling, for being here. Appreciate your voice.
All right,
and you know it.
Let's get this postcard campaign off the
Indeed.
ground and running, and let John Robert know you have an illegitimate court, buddy. You need to do
And
something about it.
we want,
And
yeah,
by the way, postcards from the USPS is 48 cents per postcard, so a book of 10 will cost you $4.80.
there you
Great money, guys.
go. Great
Less
value.
than $5.
For less than $5, and
Absolutely.
you get your voice in there. So yeah,
And let's just flood him with that information.
keep putting it out there. I'm
Yep.
gonna type mine up, and then when I do, I'm gonna read it for everybody to hear because I want my voice in there, baby, and I want your
Yep.
voice in there. And to this
Yep.
whole Blue Dot family, if you have the ability, and we all do, who's lying out here, to make that postcard, send a letter. Let them know how you feel, baby, because it is our
Yep.
future that's on the line here.
And by the way, letters have gone up to 63 cents. So
It's
just so
worth
you
it.
know,
It's worth it.
Oh,
I'll pay
buy
it.
Postcards
those
are a
forever
bargain.
stamps.
I'll pay it and hand deliver it to the
Buy
post
the
office.
forever stamps.
All right. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself. We'll be back here on Thursday night, and there ain't no telling what's gonna happen. What kind of shit is gonna go down between now and Thursday? We don't know.
Well,
Only the shadow knows, and he ain't talking.
The rape trial should be underway by then. Okay.
Indeed, that trial's going to be on for
Let's
2
see
days.
what
By the
happens.
time we come back, there'll surely be something we'll talk about. And but every day, TikTok, baby, it's all carting down. I see where Georgia came out and made a statement about when they might come out with charges. So we're going to have plenty of entertainment ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Right. Well, Fani Willis
Yes.
came out and made that statement because she wants the policing portion to know ahead of time, but it won't happen until somewhere between July 11th and September 1st.
So sometime between July and September, we're going to get charges out of Georgia, and yes, that's why she's doing it.
Yeah, I hear folks are flip flopping like fish down there.
Oh man, don't you know? They got one opportunity to make the last flip or flop here.
Pan, that's all I'm saying. You know? Hot in that frying pan.
Decisions are being made. I'm telling you.
Bunch of catfish up on the beach.
We're gonna have plenty to talk about. I want to thank everybody in this Blue Dot family for being a Blue Dot family. Anyway, we'll be, like I said, we'll be back. We went through all that, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's just rum it up with I love you. I thank you for being here, and y'all say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll be back here on Tuesday. Until then, put a smile on your face and pass it along to someone easy to do. Just think of Tucker Carlson. You got it. Anyway, we'll see you.